Teamster Power 767 Reality Check with Jeff Schenfeld and Garfield Hooper.
Hope everyone's doing well today. Glad to be back on another episode. Today we have George Vargas. He's a sleeper team driver. We are going to talk about bidding, okay? Bidding sleeper and brown job. And then, we'll talk about package after. But we wanted to start off with feeders. What's the process? What's the time frame for both?
Okay, well, Browns, it starts March 1st, the first Monday in March.
Okay.
The sleepers is usually done like 2-3 weeks prior to it. We'll start viewing them second week of February, and we'll be done with our bids before Brown starts bidding.
So let me ask you a question. So is the viewing 2 weeks?
Not sleepers usually. Usually it's 1 week. It's
Okay.
only, well, I'll be specific in our building. I think we only have 32 jobs.
Okay.
So it's something that usually is only 1 week. They normally send everything out to everybody that's sleepers.
Okay.
They'll put it on PDF.
Okay.
So it's not that many jobs,
Okay.
and usually gets done pretty quick. Once we get that done, which is usually February, we'll bid
Okay.
in March. All jobs start the first week of April.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
After that, after sleepers is done, first week of March for a week, viewing goes up for Brown for a week,
Okay.
and then bidding starts right after.
Okay.
And it'll be done before in March, and all jobs start
April.
the first week of April.
I mean, it's basic. That's it. Whatever the jobs are, you bid on them, you view them, you bid them, and that's it, right? Anything else involved with it, or is it just basic bid on your?
Yeah,
it's straightforward.
Basic, straightforward bid on your stuff.
Okay.
Hopefully there's enough jobs for everybody right now. It's the issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's that issue again. Yep. And how many jobs, and it's always a problem. Well, that's good though. I mean, that's it's straightforward. So now we're going to get to package, because straightforward's not the word here.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. So,
It's changed. It changed in this contract too.
yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, it's no more 22/4s, no more this, but it's like Garfield, right? Isn't it? It's
Yeah.
something, right?
It's
So, yeah,
especially when you
it's-
throw in the 4-day-a-week routes.
yeah, and they got the 4-day work week, 4-day routes, the 5-day routes.
Yeah.
You have the work week where you have to, the process is you bid your work week first, right? Is it going to be Monday through Friday or Tuesday through Saturday? You get that done, like it says in the contract. You get that done, then you bid on the jobs, but none of the jobs can overlap. None of the borders can overlap. It says that in the contract.
Yes.
So when we brought that to my manager, he's like, well, they have no. It says they can't overlap, and because they wanted to make one at one point. No, it's the whole center of the border. No, it's not the whole center of the border. That's not the way it works. But here's the thing: when you're with this new bidding, I think the day of the week and the job should be done at the same time. I don't know if we're going to do it that way, but so you get to see the day, the day of the week, and how the job is and everything like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
you would think there's not another classification
Yeah.
that already works on Saturdays, has been working for Saturdays, or
Yeah.
been working 4 days only.
Mhm.
I mean, that is out there that they could have took this from, right? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
we've been doing this forever. We work Saturdays.
Yeah.
We work Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Gee, we even some jobs will be off on the weekend or during the week, Wednesday,
Yeah.
Thursday,
Wait.
Tuesday,
Hey,
Wednesday.
I know it's in another classification.
You just copied that one.
Exactly, right? Jeez.
Well-
I know, right? And I hear that a lot too. I
Yeah.
hear it. It's like, why didn't they just, do it, because this has been going on, in feeders. I mean, this is the way it's done. It's like so many things, right, Garfield? I mean, we talk about this, and it's just,
Yeah, and it's not like the company didn't know this Saturday stuff was going to be a problem. Like, and the union too. Like they before these negotiations started, we were already running 40, 50
Yep.
routes every day on Saturday, running grounds and all that stuff. I was like,
Mhm.
why didn't we have some sort of a language in here about allowing Tuesday through Saturday drivers to bid on their Saturday routes?
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I get it that the seniority language got slightly better when it comes to bids or running routes on a given day, but I having that consistency for a Tuesday through Saturday driver would probably be a little bit of help for them, because like, no, okay, well, I'm coming in on Saturday, this is the route I'm going to run, instead of being like, oh no, we did something different, so you're going to run this route over here instead.
And, what can the Tuesday through Saturday, and what the company's going to, like they've been doing. Could you come in on Monday also?
Yeah.
We need you on Monday,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's, oh my God.
Yeah, our Monday staffing is arguably worse than our Saturday staffing in my center.
Yeah, no, it is. And they didn't take an account for that. And it's just, so listen, we'll go through a couple of the things. First off, the training routes. They changed it with the training routes now because, what were they using? They were doing the training routes constantly the same one, right?
Yes.
Constantly the same one. Well, no single training route will be used back to back for multiple 30-day qualification periods. I mean, that was something. We call it something. I don't know. I mean, it's at least the same route is not being used, know? Yeah. They try to change it up. I mean, what else, Garfield? What else you see for yourself?
Well, we had to, and the communication for this company is so bad. Like when we had our meeting 3 or 4 weeks ago with our center manager, and we started going over the new rules for the bidding process, so they would be prepared. So I'm not, coming in and saying, okay, well, these are the things we're going to bid. These are the boundaries and everything. And we're like, no. We told you about this. I had other stewards in the room when I told you that the new language states, like, what is it? The boundary areas cannot overlap with the exception of locations that have multiple drivers that deliver and or pick up to the same location. So that's like if you deliver to a stop and then later a larger truck comes by to make a pickup because they send out a lot of stuff that you can't fit on your car. So that kind of thing. But they acted like this was like news to them. Oh, what? We can't do this? I'm like, I mean, we negotiated this contract last year and y'all didn't get the memo?
I know. It's, the company's always playing stupid, right? I mean, that's what they do. We just have to get it down. And, in Dallas, in my center, we're combining with another center. We're becoming a super center. All right.
Oh,
and
fancy.
And yeah. Oh, so fancy. So when I spoke to the BA because it's, I've seen this before. Gone through it. You have to do the bids first before you combine the centers, because if you do it together, it's a mess. So you do that. So for 2 years until we bid again, everyone stays in their own lane, right?
Yeah.
And it just makes it easier. Then over that 2 years, people may start learning it, but maybe even after the 2 years, we still stay in our own lane. But it doesn't matter. You still have to do that and make sure. And I think the company wants to do that too, So I was like, okay, that's the way we're going to do it. And when it comes to this stuff, the local has to, stand their ground and be strong and do the right thing, because they can make it a lot worse.
Yeah.
So we, they got to follow it, and we got to sort through all this. And, we'll next couple of weeks when everything is sorted out on exactly how, the bid, want to make sure that, okay, this is the way we're going to do it, is the job, the 4 days, the 5 days, the work week, everything. Once we get that straight, like always, we're going to talk about certain topics, a lot, because that, it comes up, issues come up, and we'll lay it out how it's supposed to be. And, just so everyone knows, going into it, hopefully we'll get everything, before the bids, start happening. We can get all the answers and whatnot, but we're going to push for it. We're not just going to sit back and say, oh, let's just let this happen by itself.
Yeah.
So, and I know you do the same, George, and I know you'll do the same, Garfield. So we're going to make sure, everything is done right. That's it. Like always, right? Just everything. And, so we just wanted to talk a little bit about the job selection, the bidding, because, with the center bids and for sleepers and for Brown and everything. And everyone have a good night.
We all deal with national language, but on this podcast, when it comes to supplemental language, we deal mostly with the southern region. And as always, it's best to get advice from your local stewards or business agents. If you would like to reach out to us with any questions, we have an email address, 767realitycheck@gmail.com. That's 767realitycheck@gmail.com.
And remember, strong people stand up for themselves, but the strongest people stand up for others.